Today, we take a look at one specific commander named Margaery Tyrell. Margaery is a true pay-to-win commander and the most expensive mid-tier commander. Her basic pack costs 200 BDs and contains 5 medals, making it a long grind to finally get her to gold level. Once she reaches gold, you will need epic tokens to awaken her to 4 stars, just like any other pay-to-win commander, except Zaig, who requires elite tokens, and the big commanders who need red tokens for awakening. Considering that Annie, a 200 BD for 5 token commander, can be obtained via the recruiting pass, Margaery is much more expensive. There are other ways to obtain Margaery tokens, such as the current Summer Dance event, also known as a dice event. Personally, I use the Summer Dance event to slowly get her to gold while hoping to land on the SS Marching skin, but unfortunately, that never happened. You do get a decent amount of corollas when rolling the dice. Every time the event pops up, you can get 10 Margaery medals for 100 corollas. For instance, you get 100 corollas for recharging 10 black diamonds. The event occurs every 2 months, allowing you to slowly stack up the needed medals. In the early game, I personally used Margaery a lot for various formations to kill rebels. However, these days she is a bit outdated compared to the best and most efficient formations for killing rebels. So there is no huge need to obtain her just for that purpose. Now let's take a look at her tavern stats. She does boost your command, finance, and aptitude, providing a decent amount of troops, speed-ups, and gold every few hours. The best stats to aim for in the tavern are combat rate and leadership, both of which are not found in Margaery's tavern skills, making her a low priority at the tavern as well. When it comes to PvP, she does provide decent stats, but nothing that will blow your mind. When fully awakened, she gives about a 40% boost to total stats, which is decent if you run a multiple troop type lineup. However, if you go for a mono spear lineup, commanders like Miranda, who boosts spear stats by almost 60%, are more beneficial. On paper, her 4-star awakening skill looks better than it actually is. Her ability gives you a 50% chance to disarm one random line of your enemy after casting an army skill, causing normal attacks to miss. The effect is linked to the number of male commanders your enemy is using. For each male commander in the lineup, the disarm effect lasts for 2 seconds. So if you're lucky and your enemy is using a 5 male commander lineup, Margaery will disarm the lineup for 10 seconds if her skill is triggered. Ideally, you would put Margaery into a female lineup using Layla and Selma, as that increases the chance of launching her skill more effectively. Therefore, you would most likely use Margaery in a female lineup with Layla and Selma, adding female commanders like Annie or Miranda to trigger Layla more often. So when running a full female spear or spear cave formation and encountering a person using the Jaime healing formation full of male commanders like Drake, Hector, or Patello, Margaery will be very effective. However, when facing a lineup that uses only 1 or 2 male commanders, she will not reach her full potential and may not be worth the money required to unlock her to gold 4-star status. There is also a weapon that boosts the chance of her 4-star skill being triggered from 50% to 65% when at 4 stars, but that is also a very expensive investment and should only be considered by big spenders and mega whales. Nevertheless, Margaery is the hottest commander from the official Game of Thrones TV show, and that alone makes it worth grinding for her gold status in my opinion.